Talk to a church about reaching millennials and you'll hear a common pushback. Young people don't give or tithe. Well, in this video, we're gonna examine this claim using real research and see if it's true or false. Well, hey there, I'm Brady Shearer from ProChurchTools.com, helping you seize the 167 hours beyond your Sunday service. We publish new videos just like this one every single week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button below, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up also. There are a variety of reasons why many churches don't prioritize young people when it comes to decision-making, staffing, and ministries. Perhaps the biggest reason of them all is financial. Millennials don't give, they don't tithe. But why is this? Well, a part of it looks to come down to the values of young people. Compassion partnered with Barna in a study that found 47% of young practicing Christians thought their church should be more involved in fighting extreme poverty. And beyond that, 45% of millennials said they would give more to their church if it were more involved with poverty alleviation. Of course, the defining contributing factor, though, of how much millennials give and tithe simply comes down to their level of income. While the average North American earns about $50,000 a year, the Bureau of Labor Statistics has the average 20 to 24-year-old earning just about $27,000, while the average 25 to 34-year-old earns about $39,000 a year. Factor in the average student loan payment for a person in their 20s is about $350 a month, and the meager income of a young person shrinks even more. So it's not entirely surprising that young people don't give as much as the generations that are older than them. But here's what is surprising. A study was conducted by the Fuller Youth Institute from 2012 to 2015, and when this study began, the organizers started with a similar perspective that most churches have. Is prioritizing young people really worth it if they don't give? Can a church survive and thrive by prioritizing a demographic that can't and won't donate as much as others? Interestingly, across the 250 plus churches in this study, more than 1,300 interviews and 10,000 hours of research, the term heard again and again from churches that were successfully reaching young people was vitality. When you have young people in your church, it infuses the entire congregation with energy and intensity. And I've experienced this firsthand, in fact. When I was growing up, I attended a church of about 300 people in suburban Canada, and at our peak, our youth group was about 75 people. And I can speak from personal experience here that Sunday mornings were rocking when 1 out of every 4 people in the service was a high schooler. The music was still more laid back, and the preaching was still more dense than what you'd expect at a youth service, but you could still feel the energy in the room regardless. And when the Fuller study began to pull back the layers of this ambiguous term vitality, it found some very interesting implications when it comes to money. When the study organizers asked churches that were reaching young people successfully how much those young people were giving, the pastors and leaders would often chuckle and respond, well, not much. But they'd quickly follow that up by saying that having those young people in their churches and the energy that they brought attracted older adults to the church with more financial resources, who in turn gave more generously through their giving and tithing. Lead pastor of Mosaic, Erwin McManus, said something similar. Healthy churches reach young people, and young people make churches healthier. If your church is reaching 20-year-olds, your church will reach 60-year-olds also. And the implication here is clear. When you prioritize and successfully reach young people, it has this sort of trickle-down effect that leads to more growth from other demographics and even more giving and tithing, even though it might not directly come from the young people themselves. And the data from the Fuller study backs this up as well. So don't fear that just by prioritizing young people, you'll be putting the future of your ministry's finances at risk. The data would suggest that when you successfully reach young people, it spurs growth in other areas that surprisingly include giving. If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button below and definitely subscribe to the Pro Church Tools channel. We post new videos like this every single week, helping your church seize the 167 hours beyond your Sunday service. So don't miss any of our videos. Make sure that you hit that little church bell on this video so you won't miss any. And hey, if you've got questions or comments, leave them below. I would love to hear from you and chat it up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.